You know what's happening in the gaming world right now? Do you care? Of course you don't. But here's what's up right now. A game called Crimson Desert
Why are you so
just
animated?
came out
Are you excited
two
about
minutes
this game?
ago, and I was trying to see how people were responding to it, but there's no reviews yet because it just came out. And I guess
Came out 2 minutes ago? Like literally?
literally 3 minutes ago, just came out.
Yeah.
Now, I've heard, there's a lot of hype around this game. I've heard things very positive and like some kind of, not so flattering from various professionals who had early access to the game. So, and I only learned about it like maybe a month ago. It hasn't been on my radar, for very long, but apparently there's plenty of people who've been looking forward to it because it was announced several years ago. That's news to me.
What's
Uh,
it called?
Crimson Desert.
What's it
Yeah.
about?
So it's on paper nothing special, nothing you haven't seen or heard of before. It's a fantasy game, open world. You are a warrior setting out to explore, ride dragons, fight bosses.
It's like
Uh,
Joseon era?
no, just your plain Jane Western fantasy setting. And just by looking at it, you never guess that it comes from a Korean studio. The only thing that gives it away is the fact that all the characters are very attractive looking. I think that's the only um, tell.
They're Asian?
No, no. So I think it's a very European fantasy setting with like white people. Um, so nothing, no Asians and nothing to do with Asian culture, but it's from a Korean studio. And I think it's by design because this is from a Korean studio that's mostly known for mobile games and mostly known for games that are made for the Asian market. But this is their big splash into the international, kind of Western gaming audience. Uh, so it'd be interesting to see how that goes for them. It's part of this new wave of uh, Asian studios that used to be preoccupied in the mobile space and in the Asian space, branching out, trying to reach out into the broader international audience, mainstream. This is the latest in a wave of that type of effort coming from the East.
They can so wait. So Asian studios mostly focus on mobile games?
From mobile games, they have been for a very long time, and it's just now that we are beginning to see what they can do in the same markets as uh, Western gaming. AAA, consoles, PC, high-end graphics, high production value, all the things that we come to expect in Western gaming culture.
Do you think it was because of Marvel Rivals?
Marvel Rivals wasn't the first of its kind, but it's definitely, there's Marvel Rivals, there's Black Myth Wukong, there's Stellar Blade, and all of these games have only come out within the last few years. So it's a very recent trend.
I've never heard of those other games.
I have one of them. I have at least one of them. Stellar Blade is on our bookshelf, and then of course I have Marvel Rivals on my PlayStation. So I'm playing a couple of them.
Are you? Or are you gonna get this new game?
I'm on the fence. See, knowing
Fighting!
knowing me, okay, so a couple of reasons that I do want to get it is because A, being a Korean, I want to support the Korean studios
Yeah.
by buying their games. I bought Stellar Blade, so I'm doing
Sounds
my
Korean.
part. That is also a Korean studio game. And the second reason is I I know that if I don't play the game now, when the hype is at its peak, then I'm never gonna play it. And then I'm just gonna completely miss out on it, and that's sad. Uh, Games are available forever, but I know like the pattern with me has always been a game could get super hyped up, come out, everybody's talking about it, everybody's playing it, but if I wasn't there, while the iron is still hot and I missed that boat, I just I don't ever revisit it. Or there's too many games coming out, too many new games, too many, like there's always going to be a new shiny object. So it's very hard to be like, oh, that game that came out that I was kind of excited for, but I didn't really play it around launch. Let me get back and try it now. Like that usually doesn't happen for me. And so I've time and again missed out on many critically acclaimed, game of the year games over the years because of that. So I don't want it to happen again on this game. And I've done enough research on it. I've heard enough from various different people that it's awesome, that I think it won't be too much of a risk for me to get it. And like I think there's a high likelihood that I'll probably dig it.
It's not in a genre that you like, though.
No, no, but I have enjoyed fantasy setting games before. I play God of War, I play Dark Souls, Elden Ring. Like these are all fantasy settings with swords and dragons and monsters. And although it's not my usual fare, I tend to lean towards science fiction action shooting games. I can appreciate the fantasy games from time to time, and this looks to be one of the great ones.
I wonder if all gamers are like this, where they just collect games. Because I feel like you have the games that you like and go back to, but then you buy all the new games.
I don't buy all the new games. I There's plenty of games that I miss out on, plenty of games I don't get. And then there are games that I get on a deep sale years after launch, and it's just sitting in my account, sitting in my Steam account, and I haven't even gone so far as to download it, let alone play it. And so now I own it. But when am I gonna get around to playing it? See, the problem is new games keep coming out, and I have this impossible backlog. It's a very common problem that a lot of gamers have. They have a massive backlog, and I bet my backlog is pretty tiny compared to other people.
Maybe you're not a gamer, maybe you're a game collector.
Game collector. Yeah, yeah, maybe. Well, just today, I finally had a chance to sit down and play both a new game and an old game that I've had sitting on my account. Uh, it's hard. It's hard carving out time. I mean, you know, there's so much life to deal with. I sometimes fantasize about, uh, you know, living a lifestyle where I just have a solid 4 hours every day to play games. I don't know when I'll get
Four
there though.
hours?
Yeah, I think that'd be nice.
That's such a long time.